So, last episode, we, got to Tilda, I want to say? It's not wanting to make any mention of her appearance, but, let's start to level types that, I would consider complete hell to try and 100%, especially in the later worlds, because, oh boy, they are the worst. Basically, the main tip for these types of levels, the Electron Levels, is, whenever the King Loom is playing, run. Just run for it. Don't care about what you missed, just run. So, thing is, we need 200 to get the Loom Medal, so, do you want to kill me, please? Would appreciate it. Come on. Do it. There we go. Take your time. Although I guess I could have just used the, restart level button. I guess that could have... What? Okay, just gonna do this now. Yeah, these, I would say, are like the, runner mobile games, as in... You pretty much need to have a good memory of where things are ahead of time. Or at the very least, very good reaction timing. Something I don't really have at the best of days. I guess at the worst of days. Oh boy, attempt number 3 or 4? Attempt number 4. So this very well could be a thing that takes a while. And I want to say for the most part these levels are based around a mechanic that was introduced in the world it's in. Okay, cool. We got more than enough. Okay. Oh boy. Time for the next type of level. Assuming... Okay, cool. This 200. I will be referring to these as Electron Levels, as, they're not your standard, 150 level, as, you can tell that they require more. Okay, so, who's ready for a bullet hell? Or I guess at the moment a bullet heaven. You know what? Fuck it! Let's take a detour into this type of level, shall we? So these levels, I would very much like to play them at the end of it, just going back, because this isn't, like... The thing doing these levels unlock isn't a thing we get to access... get access to until the very end of the game, so, yes, there's that, but, these things are very much like the runner levels, so much so to the point where these levels, as well as being auto-scrollers, it's like a dance, I guess you could say. The game expects you to do certain movements, and I guess that would, I would say is good reason enough as to why they didn't start you off with a hover, as, they want you to know the game's mechanics beforehand, or before you get to, delay death. But yeah, let's get into the swing of things, and, buddy, well, we're not Rayman. So normally when I would be spin jumping all over the place, I'm not gonna do this for this level, as if you slow down or if you speed up, most of the time that's going to end up with you dying, because the game straight up doesn't expect you to be at that point yet. So yes, these levels can be easier than you expect sometimes. Like this one. I've already. Oh boy, I don't want to die. Hey buddy. You wanna save me from the level we're about to be playing? You wanna be a pal? Do me a solid? No? Okay, I'll just kill you then. Something I really dislike about Rayman Legends is that, at least in the Wii U version, they took away its eye. I don't understand that. Although I guess you could say that those treasure chests are like zombified versions of those, where they're just missing the eye. Yeah, So, if you can't tell from the hesitation of my voice, I don't like these levels. This is where a 100% playthrough goes to die, especially in solo mode. Oh, no. Even though, this first one is going to be a little easy. But pretty much, shoot away, and, hoping that we will be able to get through this all right. Maybe because like we did just start the episode off, I might consider like if we miss the electrons of the looms we need, I might consider going ahead and just doing the redemption run here and now, maybe. Depending on how bad it is, because don't mince things up. This is a 350 level disguised as a fun distraction level. Meaning we need to collect 350 looms to get the loom medal. Something that in later levels of this isn't easy to do. Not to mention how single, like, our attacks have been made weaker. How did not die there? But yeah, pretty much, attack away. Go crazy. Go wild. If I would be able to do it, I would very much like to include a hand cam for these types of levels, but I just won't. But yeah, I'm just hoping that I don't end up breaking my Switch Procron. Because it's a really good controller and I've been using it a hell of a lot, so yeah. In fact, I might even slot in a picture of the state of my Pro Controllers in at the moment, because I've used it for like around 200 hours, I would assume, like borderline 200 hours, and the left analog button has analog stick has some wear and tear in it already, because I played through Odyssey with it, doing a fair bit of spin jumping. I played through Sunshine with it, doing a fair bit of spin jumping as well, since it's like a really good move to do. I'm using it now to do this. I'm using it to play Splatoon, although I think that might be a little different button I'm needing to look out for. Also, just like to note that, in this level alone, these mid-air bombs work differently than in other times we get to see them. Basically meaning that, at the moment there's no penalty for shooting them instead of sucking them. But when we see them later, there will be a penalty for shooting them instead of sucking them. So, get used to sucking now before doing things. I think I might have found a name, a name for this episode. Just variety sucks. Oh boy. You know what? Because these speedruns of these levels aren't so bad, not to mention I will be doing a different style for them. Fuck it. Let's go ahead and do them now. Normally I would wait to the end of to next episode to do them, but fuck it, we have time. I might very well be throwing the timer out the window though. But before we move on to something else, let us go back to Gaza Blowout. So I guess now's a good a time as any. For the time attack levels, I will be taking a highlighted approach to them. Meaning I will be showing the interesting parts, but cutting out the uninteresting parts. And then maybe not in this episode's case, because of how different it is, I might I'm thinking of, at the end of the episode, showing the, successful attempts. Would like to add that the successful attempts will be for the trophy times, meaning that there'll be cases where I don't show me getting the Electron I need from doing these levels, but I will very much so show the trophy time. Basically, get the trophy time, you get the Electron. It is nice like that. Although I feel I might be spaghetti all over the place. Okay. With a second to spare. Fuck me. Although I will say that, that's not the easiest thing to go on. Also, I think, could be well, but I guess we'll see. Going into the time attack from the result screen, I think takes away your heart. It's not a big deal, as really, it's really easy to, it's go ahead a little bit to get, a heart. As really the hearts are just an extra hit you can take, for safety. Not something that's overly necessary, but it definitely helps. Excuse me? I get the feeling I won't be getting the trophy time for this time? Or this time, maybe. Although I want to say that this is lenient. My hatred for those grabby guys is solely based on doing the time attacks. They can pretty much make or break a speedrun. A time attack. I think I might have been better off ground pounding there. Maybe. Sure, we don't have that at the moment, so I can't do that. Fuck. Also, for the time attacks, there's no checkpoints. So, yeah. Make of that as what you will. Although I feel like that could just be a little hard to, like, program checkpoints in a time attack. Although I think there's games that do that. I can't think of any, but there's games that do that. Was this the level we played with Rayman? Because normally I can, at the very least, reach the vine with Rayman. I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe I'm not just, like, jumping high enough. Or something. Maybe. But I want to say the height you get from the bounce pads is pretty much the same. What I was attempting to say is that the game has Looney Tunes physics, as in there's a bit of time where you can like stand in midair and still jump, sort of thing, which is very nice. Also would like to say that in the same case as many other games, sure. Ground pounding in meta will actually give you a little bit of a height boost. Again, make of that what you will. Although, that being said, I haven't actually used that at all until like yesterday, when I was attempting to get into the Pachinko machine level in Sunshine without the use of the boats, and I remembered that ground pounding gives you a semi-height boost, and I was like, oh, okay, I could just use that, because like I was barely not getting this height I needed. Can we do this again, but better? Still back for a bit. Throwing in some little spaghetti pieces there, just because. Yeah. I'd also like to mention that Pachinko machine is still Jenga server. I can really wish there was like a signal to show that hey, there's current here, and depending on what direction you press on the thingy thing, you get affected, or like you can control the current, I guess you could say. I'd have to say this is like my favorite level to speedrun in this case, in this world, because of the flow. Only problem is like the little waiting point at the end, at the beginning there, sort of thing. Not to mention like the... Oh wait, is this the level with the thing I'm thinking about? Cause like this could very well be a thing. Going for the risky strats to get the money. Okay. Was not expecting that. I want to say this is like strict, or surprisingly strict. Get up there, please. Glad box. I feel like get over there without the need of thing. I was gonna say, where did the music go? Also would like to mention now that it's like somewhat relevant, The music in this game is amazing. Oh, right, this level isn't. Oh, is extremely lenient. Lenient? Can you have a thing where it's like leniently linear? Try saying that like 10 times fast. Although if I cause you to have a stroke for that, don't sue me, please. Okay. The final thing, and I think this is like the hardest. Oh wait, no, this was the level with the thing in global cycles. Although I guess you could call them glowbox cycles. You can shoot me. I don't mind. For making that terrible pun, that wasn't really a pun. So I really want to know if it's possible if you can collect enough looms for like a loom medal, like for any amount of loom or electron during a speed run. Like there's one level where that might be possible, which is coming up in the next world. Did we get it? Okay, good. The game doesn't have milliseconds, but I'm assuming in this case we were closer to 51 seconds than 50 seconds. Assuming. But it's nice to note that if your time matches the trophy time, it still counts. Which I don't think is a thing in Rayman Legends. Because in that one it has milliseconds. So, the thing to note with this is, thank God for milliseconds and the fact that this doesn't have those. But, yeah, yeah, let's go to the snoring tree, why don't we? As we end off the episode, this episode we took a little bit of Spice of Life, and finish 100% of the first World of Rayman Origins, and next episode, we will be going into the next one, and I will say that giving this Grim Reaper all 10 of his teeth back at the same time is something to note. Not necessary, but something to note. That dude looks creepy as fuck. Let's not use them. I'm gonna consider these two like different skins. Like, and this is the default, so the third and final default character, even though there's a fourth default character of sorts, a Tinsei. Next episode, we will go into the next world controlling as a Tinsei, or playing as a Tinsei. This feels weird. But until then, that has been, I'll see you.